to my channel. I am Mama Duff 64, also known as Mama D in the game. So today I'm going to teach you guys 4 of my favorite ways to make money and get rich on Bloxburg. This will be a 2-part series because I will come back and teach you guys the other methods of making money on Bloxburg, but these are my 4 favorites, okay? If you look down at the bottom, you will see my gray money is sitting at $6.4 million. And my Bloxburg money is sitting at $2,248. Now, we're going to talk specifically about the gray money, which is the money that you can make inside of Bloxburg. Now, there are 4 ways that I strategically use to make my little fortune. Okay, the first thing, number 1, most important thing to do is to go to work. When I first started playing this game, I made the worst mistake possible of not doing any research on the game and not knowing nothing about the game and just coming on the game. And so when I got here, I just started working at the burger joint, and that's where I stayed until I maxed out at 50. At the same time, my son, Alexio Warrior, kept telling me, "Mom, come over to the pizza place and deliver pizzas. You make more money." But I never went until one day he asked me to take over his account for a day and to go to work for him. So I went to the pizza joint, and I noticed that he, from one pizza, he was making $1,000 something off of delivering one pizza. Like, it just blew my mind, like $1,000 off of one freaking pizza. With that being said, I decided to start working there too as a backup place to go. But I also maxed out at the burger joint at level 50, and then my daughter, she was working in it, and she asked me to come down there and work in the mines with her. So my daughter is I am Ashley Anime 41. So we went in the mines and we started working. And so I got mesmerized by the beautiful colors down there, purples, greens, red, and orange, that I stayed down there and I maxed out to 52. But what I saw, even if in my highest level, that my money still wasn't the same amount as working at pizza delivery. So I said, okay, my stash is growing, but it's not growing fast enough for me. Now, if you guys watch our channel long enough, you know I play the role of either a mother, or you know I play the role as the Queen of Bloxburg. Now, there's some other characters I play off and on, but those are my 2 main role play characters. And as a queen, you can't be a broke queen. Okay, so that means I need to make money. So I decided to go full term over at the pizza delivery shop with my son. And we eventually got my daughter to come as well. And we all started to accumulate wealth in the game. Now, let me be clear. Just because you guys see the numbers of our accounts high does not mean we're just going to donate to random people. Just like we had to work, you guys are going to have to work as well. Okay, so then I learned the second method of making money, which was working in the garden and upping our levels in the garden. If you get to a level where you can add a tree that has fruit on it, there's 4 things you can do on that one tree. 1 is to sell fruit. 1 is to take fruit and store it in your refrigerator. The next is to eat the fruit. And the 4th one is to harvest the fruit. So at first I thought if you sold fruit, then that means you were going to get money. But my gray money never seemed to go up. So then I started trying to harvest the fruit. And then I started noticing that the gray money got bigger and higher and fatter, and I'm like, okay, so we're gonna harvest the money and not sell the fruit. Okay, so I started learning from a dear friend of mine. She came and taught me how to use the sprinkler system, because I maxed all the way up to level 10, running back and forth like an idiot, trying to water flowers and plants and water trees, trying to get this money. And then she said, why don't you just use a sprinkler? I'm like, what sprinkler? So we get to gardens, and when you go all the way through, there's a small sprinkler and then there's a large sprinkler. They can only be bought with Bloxburg money, which is the purple money. But once you get them, that one large sprinkler, if it's set correctly, can sit 80 trees on it. So I started using that to my advantage, and I made a tree farm, which is where I'm standing on right now, Mama D's orchard. So if you come in here, you'll see these trees here, and each one of these trees are a different kind of tree. This row over here is all apples, which makes me $120 per tree. This one here is a lemon tree. It makes $140 per tree. This one here is the orange trees, which are the highest paying trees. And because I have so many, it's only yielding me out $167 per tree. Then over here is, I believe, lemons, and they make $157 per tree. And so these work on a timer that's made into the game, and so with every hour to an hour and a half, these will yield fruit. Once they yield fruit, then I go in and I harvest them, and my great bottom line builds. And so with that being said, I decided to make the orchard, give kids somewhere to play that's safe and fun, but also that's gonna make me money to pay the bills. It's nothing worse than being in the middle of a role play and your electricity gets shut off, or you're doing something selling at your diner and then your electricity goes off and all your customers sitting in the dark. It is so embarrassing. So this was a means to an end, which was my second method of making money. Now, let's go to a third method. The third method I found out due to my daughter telling me was that in the wintertime, when it snows, that you can make snowmen and sell the snowmen back. Huh? How do you make snowmen and sell them back? Sell them back to who? Sell them back to the game. Delete them. When you delete them, you automatically get $282 worth of gray money going into your account. So if you make like 1 million snowmen and delete them all, multiply 1 million times $282,000 and you just made a fortune. Okay, so I start making snowmen, and then so I made so many snowmen, you guys, last Christmas, that when the update went off the game, I still had 200 snowmen sitting in my backyard. So what did I do? I sent them to inventory. So when the season comes back where we can delete these mugs and get that money, I'm gonna delete them all, and I already got some money heading towards my gray money. Now the fourth and final method that I use is on a few of my plots, there are either a restaurant or a diner. Why would I put a restaurant and diner on most of my plots? Well, here's the thinking pattern. If I can sell food, that means I'm making money. So if a customer comes in and they say, I want to place an order, okay, I make the food, I sell it to them, and I just made profitable income. So I got money going into my great stash of money. So that gave me 4 methods of making money that I don't have to beg somebody for. I don't have to ask somebody to donate. I don't have to ask to be somebody's nanny or maid or anything like that. But these are sure ways that made me money enough to be rich in the game. Now, I don't know if you guys like my method of making money. This is part 1 of how I got rich on Bloxburg. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and look out for part 2. Part 2 will be showing you the other ways that you can make money in Bloxburg. I am yet again Mama D on the game, Mama Duff 64, and I will see you in the next video.